Hello. My name's Ebony, I'm from Circus Oz. Just was wondering if you'd done any benchmarking around it. Like, as marketers, measurement is a really big part of what we do, and you mentioned the Australian Ballet, and we can look at our likes and we can look at our impressions, but I'm just interested in sort of, as arts organisations, really putting a lot of energy into this space. Did any of that come up along the way in the research?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think the online presence report, which is the review of all the organisations we fund, does provide some really good benchmarks. So I'd recommend you to check that out. So basically Nielsen created a bunch of criteria to assess the arts organisation's website and their links to, and also their Facebook and Twitter. So if anything, there are probably too many metrics in there, but I think you'll find it really interesting reading. Yeah, and that's the kind of study that we could potentially do again in a year to have a look and see how things are developing.
And didn't we say that we were going to offer that template as a toolkit that other organisations could use?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a toolkit, but it'll be a checklist that people can use. So that's one of the things that we're working on at the moment.
Like a self-audit checklist, so you can just go through the questions that were asked to each of those arts organisations and go through your own social media space or online spaces and see how you then tally with those.
Yep.
Yep. In terms of future research, I'm a bit keen to run this research again, particularly around that tipping point of how do you spend your marketing dollars and when do you pull it out of traditional media and put it all online. So the question is when's it going to be, what's the right time frame to do it in again, given that the media is changing so fast. So we'll grapple with that over the next little bit of time. Question in the middle.
Hello, I'm Kristen. I work at the National Gallery of Victoria. That question about metrics is really interesting to me because obviously as traditional media does decline, it's really important for us to justify everything that we do in this space. But I also think it's actually false to say that this is a free technology because we actually employ a full-time person just to do social media. So I think that's just a really interesting thing to add to the conversation as well.
Definitely, but you would also employ somebody to run your print media and have the print costs on top of that as well. So yes, it's not free, but the tools and the distribution is free. Of course, all of this stuff takes time, and that's definitely something that you need to have some really deep consideration about. Again, is this suitable for you? And if it is suitable, then how much time is sensible for you to immerse in it? Because anybody that's played with social media knows that it's a time vortex. You can just get in there and go, oh, that's interesting, I'll just spend 20 minutes, and then